have so many choices, we have so many options throughout the day, but if we don't necessarily know how to tune into it, it gets lost on us. And then we get irritated because we're like, well, I know something's supposed to change, but I just can't get there. Like, I'm so close to what that answer is, and I just can't get there. And so, this visualization technique is going to help you get there because your body is full of so much wisdom. She is tapped into a much bigger source beyond our physical form right now and in this universe. And I hope this, wherever you are, this helps you. So, wherever you are, I want you to just get comfortable. Maybe you're sitting in a chair. If you want to lie down, you can totally do this technique lying down, just in a really comfortable space where you can just listen to the sound of my voice and allow your mind to just turn off and just take a moment to be able to connect within yourself. And so, wherever you are, if you're sitting in a chair, plant your feet. Just move your feet, even if you're lying down, and just kind of feel your body out. And I want you to, wherever you are, to open your palms. I want you to be in a receiving mode because you're going to be receiving the energy and the love coming from the universe, so receiving this love and light that's actually going to go into your body and just be transferred throughout every part of you. And so now what I want you to do is just shut your eyes, get comfortable, feel good, open your arms, open your palms. And we're going to do a few deep breaths in and out. And then as you're breathing in and out, you are going to breathe into areas that you feel the most discomfort in. So maybe if you feel discomfort in your neck, you feel discomfort in your shoulders, you feel discomfort in your back, just really breathe into those areas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you breathe on my count. So you're going to breathe in for 5, hold it for 5, and breathe out for 5. And so take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So continue this for another 2 rounds. And as you're breathing in and then holding it and then breathing out, I want you to continue to breathe into any areas that have tension. And then if you can start feeling the relaxation that is going all throughout your body, you're feeling that oxygen circulate, you're feeling the tension melt away. And then at our last breath, I'm going to count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here, you should feel so much more connected to your body. You should feel so much more relaxed. You should be breathing easier. And what I want you to do is take a moment and you're going to physically, in your mind's eye, drop down into your heart. And so you can think of your heart either as the organ itself, so literally visualize yourself sitting on your heart. It's either the organ itself, or I like to think of the heart emoji, and it can be any color. There's no restriction on this, whatever color feels good to you. Maybe it's red, maybe it's yellow, maybe it's blue, maybe it's green. And you're just going to drop down into your heart. And on your heart is sitting the 7-year-old version of yourself. And so this little girl is probably waving at you right now. She's calling you over. She's so unbelievably excited to see you because this is you. She is you. And so if you go and sit next to her, give her a hug. Maybe she just wants to sit next to you, hold your hand. Maybe she puts her head on your lap. Maybe she just, you start stroking her hair. It just feels really calming, really soothing to sit with her for a moment. And so this girl is going to be sitting on your heart from now on. And so no matter where you are in life, no matter where you are throughout the day, you're going to continually check in with her and you're going to ask her what she needs and you're going to be able to find a way to give it to her. Because think of a 7-year-old child. Would you ever talk negatively to a 7-year-old child if she was talking negative self-talk to herself, or maybe she came home from school and she's just so exhausted and you can just see it on her. She's tired and she's like, well, I have to do my homework. I have all these things. And she's going through this list because our children nowadays are as stressed out as we are. And you're just like, hey, before we get into that, we're just going to take a break. And so this is the same for you in your job. If you've noticed that you've been sitting all day, you are just so exhausted, you've been running a mile a minute, and all you need is 20 minutes to yourself, you're going to start taking that 20 minutes. And you're just going to start releasing this pent up energy and pent up resistance within your body and really letting it go, because you're going to be giving this 7-year-old version of yourself what she needs. And so maybe as you're sitting with her, she's probably talking a mile a minute, having these conversations with you of, why have you not been paying attention to me? I hope you are going to be here from now on. You need to give that love and support to this child, to yourself. And she probably has so many things and insights that she wants to share with you. And there are going to be other points as you move throughout the day, because you're going to be checking in with her constantly, of just certain elements that you would think of when you are then talking with a child. So if you notice a child's having an outburst, if they're really anxious or they're really overwhelmed, and you stop and think, okay, well, what has their day been? And you're like, oh, she just really needs a snack. Sometimes we get so caught up in our day-to-day, so many things going on, we forget to have a snack. We forget to drink water. We forget to stop and take a break. And so you can also tell, it's like, oh, maybe she just needs to spend more time with her friends. Maybe she's been working too much. She's been pent up. Maybe she just needs to go outside and run in this grassy field and just be a kid. The same goes for you. And so as you connect with her and you just feel her on your heart, I really want you to get that feeling of love, that vibration flowing through your body, because that's really what's going to make this visualization so powerful, is because you can just feel her and love her. And that is you loving yourself. That is you tuning into your heart and what you need. And this little girl is sitting on your heart talking to you all day. And you are going to start listening to her and you're going to start giving her what she needs. And so I do talk to women a lot about food. So there is one thing with a 7-year-old is you don't always give them the food that they want. So if you go out to a restaurant and you're like, okay, girl, I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to see how you're doing. And you're looking at this menu and you're like, okay, I'm so overwhelmed. There's so many options. And the little girl's like, well, duh, I want the pizza and I want the chicken fingers. And you're like, okay, well, that's not really going to make you feel good, because think of how upset your stomach might feel afterwards. Think of how low energy you feel afterwards. So there are certain parts where you have to be the adult and police it, because we do have that little child in us that will think of it like your ego, where it will tell you that you need something else other than what is actually going to make you feel good. So you can be like, okay, I totally hear what you're saying. You're right. Let's do a slice of pizza, but let's do a big salad to go with it. So you can modify it. I just want to make that point so you're not always giving into what this 7-year-old needs, because the food-wise, she's always going to pick the foods that aren't necessarily right for us. So as you're sitting there, you're continuing to just scan through your body, scan through your life. What have you been denying this 7-year-old girl that you've really been wanting to say yes to? And so this is a really great definition of your feminine energy, because the more we deny ourselves of what we truly want, the more we block our energy from then getting what we actually want. And that creates a lot of frustration, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of anger, and we hold that tight within our body. And with that, we then block ourselves from what we need and what we want, because we're not actually saying yes to ourselves, and we're not talking to ourselves the way that we need to be talked to. We are burning ourselves out by doing so many things all at once without taking a break in between, without just taking some time to sit and relax and enjoy and play. And that is just so crucial to your overall health and well-being. It's going to unblock this energy that has been stuck within your body. And if you know how to tap into this girl sitting on your heart, you are going to just start walking through life, and you're going to know the right decisions to make for you. And that's how I knew when it was time for me to leave work. I tuned in, I dropped down into my heart, and I was like, said a little prayer, dear universe, please let me know if it's time or not. And whatever that is in your life, maybe it's some business decision, maybe it's, maybe you've been wanting to start a business and you've been feeling those flutters of excitement within your heart, but you haven't been saying yes to it. And so the more you can start saying yes to this little girl, of all this insight that she's giving you, the more you can drop down into your heart and feel her and breathe out through and release this energy, your life is going to start having so many transformational shifts. And you are going to feel so happy, so utterly ridiculous. Your high vibration has the power to just electrify the universe around you. You're going to notice a shift within your relationships. You'll notice a shift within your job. You'll notice the shift with people you haven't even met yet, with strangers on the street. You might start getting a lot more compliments just walking down the street. And the most important shift is the connection that you'll notice within yourself, because you are going to know in an instant what you need to do, what needs to happen, and feel confident in stepping forward. Because that confidence, I think, is the last component to unblocking your feminine energy. Is you have to have that confidence within yourself. You have to feel safe, you have to feel secure, you have to feel supported. And the person that is actually going to give you that love and support first, before anyone can ever give it to you, is yourself. And when you know that, when you embody it, when you live, breathe it, and do it every single day, you are going to just have this loving vibration going throughout your body all day long. And so the last piece I want to leave you with in terms of this visualization technique is, even a child who, let's say, can't get to sleep at night, because sleep is so important to our health. If a child can't get to sleep at night and they come into your room and they're scared about something, they're thinking about something that's going to happen the next day, and they can't get to sleep. So I physically, in my bed, if this is happening to me and I can't sleep, will rock myself. And I will imagine this little girl on my heart and I rock her. I'm hugging her, I'm rocking her to sleep. I'm telling her soothing words within my own mind to her in my heart of, you don't have to worry about this right now. This does not serve you. You have done the best you can for today. We're going to worry about all of this tomorrow. This is not something that we need to worry about. And usually when I use this, when I can't sleep, within about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm able to fall asleep. And it just starts relaxing your entire body. And it just promotes this sense of calm and well-being and safety and security, love, support everywhere within your body. And so if you can move forward with this, you, my dear lady, are going to be so unstoppable. It is so ridiculous. And I hope this visualization feels good to you. You're welcome to stay in it for as long as you need.